What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Doing a few updates, few new mods to the Predator 13 that I have. I bought this the year before the pedal version came out, so yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Kinda wish I had the pedal, but I'm not gonna go out and buy a new kayak, they're expensive. So what I'm doing to this is turning this into hopefully a Minn Kota driven kayak. So this is what I got here. This is my old Minn Kota turbo. It's a 35-pound thrust. She rips. Went on my canoe, and this mount actually went on my canoe, and I had to extend it to fit. Kind of a little of a hack jog, but it actually works pretty well. Extend it to fit into these pieces here that come on the Predator 13. There's a little bit of a recessed area in there, and the mount actually will lock right in. You can tighten it right down. So the mount works well. I put the motor on. It's gonna add a little bit of extra weight for this, and then I need to get a battery for the motor. One of the things I'm gonna have to do is I have to get a smaller crate, which I have here now. This big one I made a few years back isn't gonna work anymore, so I have to take everything off this, put it in there, probably downsize my tackle and make it work. So I'm sick of paddling. The other thing that I'm doing, don't mind the mess here, is an issue with these stupid scuppers in the Predator 13. I don't know if they're all like that, but they got these scuppers in here. Pull this thing out. Oh, yeah. She's right full of crud, but it doesn't matter if it's brand new or not because they don't work worth a shit. I guess it's a good concept, but basically they're made to let any water that gets into the kayak out. But if you have these, you know that when you're standing and fishing, your weight, most of your weight is centered right here near the fish finder, and water comes up into these holes and gets your feet soaked. So that's stupid. So taking these things out, throwing it in the trash can, and I bought these that I will link in the description because they're awesome. They're just plugs to fit right in the scupper hole, and they actually fit perfectly. Push them right in. They're not going to let any water in. Now I'm going to do that for the two front, and I'm probably going to do it for these two as well, but I think I'm going to leave the back ones open to just to drain any water out that might need to come out. Today's video is going to be going over my new power supply for this baby because I want to get the weight down in this kayak because I'm going to have extra weight for that trolling motor and the battery, and I don't need the stupid battery that goes with this anymore because it's bulky, it doesn't hold a charge, and I got something way better. So let's take a look. I already have a video of how I rigged up my battery. I haven't even had it a year, and it won't hold a charge. It'll run my fish finder for about 3-4 hours and then it dies, so that's no good in an 8-hour tournament. So I've wired it up with this connector here, so I can basically just pull this apart, and then I plug my trickle charger into this, and that's just not doing it for me anymore. So we're gonna pull this battery out. Yeah. Built to last, Duralast. Yeah. So that's what I used right there. The Power Sports battery. Pretty damn heavy. I'm gonna take the wiring off of this, and what I'm going to be replacing it with is the Kayak Adventure Gear 10 amp hour lithium ion battery. It's the power kit, and this will be linked in the description as well. This thing is made to run a fish finder in a kayak. Power fish finders, flashers, GPS units. So that's what we're gonna do. It's a 10 amp hour battery. This should give me all day power and more. Only running that Helix 7 off of this, so it shouldn't be an issue. But check out the size of this thing. This is it. It fits in my palm. So that's the size difference and the weight difference. I mean, it's night and day. Take this out. So you can see it's just in a rubber. If you can see, yes, rubber. So it's basically waterproof as it is, so you don't need to really put it in a box or anything. I'm sure they probably recommend it, but I'm not going to. This is what they give you for a connection. It's supposed to be a little waterproof connection thing, I guess. And then we should give you some shrink wrap, a couple crimp tubes, and a connector. So this is what's going to hook to the battery. Charger has a little light on it, indicator when it's charged. So cool. The price difference isn't a whole lot, and it's going to be way better. It's just going to hold the charge better, hopefully last a lot longer, and it's a lot lighter. So let's get into rigging this thing. This is what we're going to do. This was the cable coming from my fish finder. Drop that baby. Strip that back a little bit. Now we can take this fuse. I gotta take off all this tape that I put on here. Okay, so there's my fuse. Just in case shit goes wrong. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I got a connector that'll fit these. The fuse here, I'm gonna put that on the red side. Seems like it worked. And then we're just gonna tape it too to hold it, make sure it holds and everything. I am only gonna use one of the supplied connectors because I needed the bigger one to fit my fuse. But boom. So I'm not gonna tape any of this yet, just in case it doesn't work. So let's plug the battery in. Assuming it's got somewhat of a charge right off the bat, so let's try it. Plug that in. Alright, so there's that all taped up. Just gonna stuff that back in there. My battery's gonna go back in this bag. Has installation instructions there, which I did not read. If you guys want, I can do an honest review of this after I use it a bunch, but I already know a few guys in the club have this battery and they say it's awesome, and I took their word for it, so thank you to those guys for actually recommending this product to me. So that's one mod down out of the way. The next thing to do is get this trolling motor rigged up and rebuild my crate. Oh, I haven't really showed you guys this snowmobile yet either. This winter, I'm gonna kind of go over this a little bit because I picked this thing up last year and did a bunch of mods to it for ice fishing. But yeah, we'll do that this winter. Pretty good little rig. I got an auger rack on it and stuff that I welded, but I'll do a little video on being mobile on the ice. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll do another update once I get the trolling motor on, we get it running, see how it works. Alright, we'll see you guys later.